Cafe. This will be my first time coming in and hanging out. So what you'll immediately see when you walk in is they have a lot of like Gundam kits for you to buy, paint, and build. And they even have little Gundam kits on display. I've been hearing that this is becoming rather popular here. So here are some of the Gundam models that people have built and painted. Yo Kirby, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Right now I'm exploring Lucky Dice Cafe. This is my first time being here. So as you can see, they have a lot of these little Gundam models that you can paint, buy, and build. And here are some. They say do not touch, so they might be still drying as far as I know, but they look really good. They also have this little Hero Clix arena. Montel said, dude, where is that place? He says, I must get a new model. I didn't know that you built models, Montel. So this is off the parkway. So if you ride down the parkway, you'll be able to make it to Lucky Dice Cafe. It's definitely worth a Google. It seems cool. They also have a place where you can play Hero Clix. Here's like a toxic waste dump, like setup to where the different characters can like interact. So here's like a Batman Hero Clix figure chilling at the toxic waste dump. Then there's like Katana, Huntress, Spoiler. Montel said, I've been building for the past year. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. You should definitely do a video on it if you haven't already. Show off some of the models you've made. Here's Robin. I like this little setup they have. It's actually pretty cool. They also have posters all throughout. This is definitely a place where if you like to play trading card games, there's definitely stuff for you. I think I passed by a Magic the Gathering event poster while I was here. So they definitely hold Magic the Gathering contests. Let's see. So Monday they have Mahjong, which I'm surprised by. My mom really likes Mahjong. Gundam. Then they have Warhammer 40k. Kirby said, yay, Magic the Gathering. Yo, you definitely would enjoy this. D&D on Tuesday. Star Wars RPG on Wednesday. Hero Clix and a Magic the Gathering draft. Then Thursday, which is today, they have a Video Fight Club for fighting games. So that's why we're here on Thursday, of course. And they got the Pokemon trading card game. Montel said, I'm doing an Alabama Crimson Tide XZ1 build soon after exams. Oh, cool. So you're going to do it in the style of like the Alabama football team, but like Gundam. I dig that. Friday they have Mahjong again. And then, of course, they have Friday Night Magic. And also, Serena's here. They can see you in the reflection. We also have Dozer. I'm like slowly walking him through. Montel was interested in the Gundam stuff. I didn't know that he actually builds and paints Gundams. So when he saw that, he was like, oh, that's really cool. Then on Saturday, they have Bolt Action. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is.
I want to take a picture of this.
Oh, okay, cool. Ooh, on Saturday, they have Bolt Action. I'm not sure what that is. Then they have another Magic the Gathering draft. And they have board games in general. I think Kaylee would really like that they have a board game day. They also have Magic the Gathering Showdown. I don't know what that is. Then Sunday, they have Infinity, which I don't know what that is. Then an RPG group, Pokemon and Star Wars, X-Wing, Hero Clix, and then Commander League for Magic the Gathering. So let's see. Montel said, what fighting games are they doing for the tournament? I'll have to see. It looks like the fighting game room is this way. Oh, also, this is a cafe. Like, you can buy food. I actually haven't looked at the menu yet. Let's see. So it seems like on the menu, they have a lot of different things. Iceberg Lounge Salads. So that's a Batman reference to the Penguin's headquarters. That's pretty cool. Let's see, they have hot sandwiches that they call Dracaries. Winter is coming for cold sandwiches. That's a reference to Game of Thrones. Let's see. I like all these little references. Oh, Shazam. It's the Shazam Witch, which is like a special sandwich that they have. Seems like they have a lot of sandwiches. Extras with the X-Men symbol. So I definitely dig a lot of the references across the menu. That's pretty cool. But you asked about fighting games in particular. So let's move through and check them out. Oh, also, they have some board games in the back, which is nice. And it looks like I have a little energy drink cabinet and like some sodas and candy. Ooh. Montel said, yeah, I'll have to come after you study to check out those Gundams. Oh, most def. Real quick, I'm going to explore this little back room area. Looks like they have more posters, places for you to like play your different games and RPGs, which is nice. And here they have some Street Fighter V going on right now. Oh, are there any other setups that'll be coming later today?
Yeah, it'll be lots of them.
Okay, sweet. At what time does it really start kicking off?
6-ish.
6-ish?
6:30. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yep. It'll be like Street Fighter, Tekken, Dragon Ball Z, stuff like that.
Sweet. Thank you. Appreciate it. Whoop. So there you go. He gave you a quick rundown of the different fighting games they have. By the way, really dig that like Alex Ross Superman picture. I like that it's illuminated. It's like a backlit picture, which I really vibe with. Okay. There's Dozer, chilling out doing something. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. They have some. Oh, this is what bolt action is. So it looks like it's a lot of like military army stuff. One of the best of 28mm games and miniatures. So they do little army miniatures. Interesting. Here's more Gundam stuff. Here's some War Machine and Horde stuff. Not really familiar with any of this personally. Here's more bolt action. There's Spider-Gwen. You said you've been reading her a little bit, Dozer. Conflict 47. Haven't heard of that. Oh, did you lock your door, Dozer? Blood Bowl. You said you have the video game of this, but the board game doesn't look as cool. I don't know what this is, but I like the art of Aristia. Did you look at it? Okay, I'm gonna look at it. There's also this other thing, Corregor. It didn't grab my attention the same way. There's also Guild Ball. Are there multiple fantasy sports games?
I don't know.
It looks like this is the section for that. But we're gonna take a quick, closer look at this, just because it caught my attention. Let's see, hexagonal game board. 175 years into the future, humankind has replaced the stars as the hyperpowers vie for influence in the shadows. Citizens use their permanent connection to Maya, the interplanetary data network, to revel in a bespoke deluge of thrills, of course. No form of entertainment is as sought after as Aristia, the human spear's favorite extreme blood sport. So it's like a blood sport game. This seems interesting. Josiah said, that's nice. Ooh. Yeah, this is interesting. Could be cooler. I'd have to look this up a little bit more before I got like super excited about it. And don't worry, there's a lot more in this store than just that. Ooh. So let's see, we got a few more games. See some Munchkin stuff. Josiah said, are we going to do any Jank Heroes today? It's possible that we could get some Jank Heroes in, especially since Serena and Dozer haven't gotten to play yet. Kirby said on his PS4 he started playing another trading card game. What trading card game have you been playing on PS4? Let's see. Greedy Greedy Goblins. They have Legendary. Oh, there's a Legendary pack for Fantastic Four, which is pretty cool. They also have a DC deck building game, Confrontations. I would really like to see the DC deck building game. Kirby said Hex Card Clash. Hex Card Clash. Oh, that's the game that you're playing on Xbox.
They do the
PS4.
They do the Dragon Ball Super card game Thursdays at 6 and Sundays at 1.
Okay, so like today at 6, there's one. Oh, also, I heard that the fighting game stuff doesn't really kick off here until 6. That's when people bring in all their sets, and they're going to have, like, Dragon Ball Fighter Z. They're going to have Street Fighter, which they already have, and they're going to have Tekken and stuff like that. So the important one for Dozer is Fighter Z, and that's, like, tonight at 6. So I'm going to tell Dozer real quick, and then I can get back to this aisle. Yeah, you really like that game. I never got into that. Like, whenever you guys play that, I'm like, what is this? There's also an expansion, apparently. Windows Walk. That Arkham Horror, which is a game based on Lovecraft. Let's see. If they have the straight-up DC deck building game, I would buy it. But it looks like they have, like, expansions. And I don't need expansions if I don't own the game. Oh, Confrontation's a standalone, so I could buy this. Josiah said, how much money have you spent on card games? I try to not spend money on card games if I can. That's why I like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Online. This is $32. I'd be willing to spend $32 if I could get, like, Dozer in on it. Like, if Dozer was, like, interested, I'd be like, oh, I think I would buy this game. Yo, Dozer, they have the DC deck building game.
I saw.
Would you be interested in that?
I don't really know what it is.
You don't really know what it is? Okay. Bump, bump, bump. Team up and take them down. Team up and take them down. Confrontations introduces team versus team 2v2 play as you choose a side and work with your teammate to win. Select your superhero, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, or Satana, or your supervillain, Lex Luthor, Cersei, Ocean Master, or Felix Faust, and join another player on your side of an epic clash against your two opponents. New assist cards can be played during your teammate's turn, so you can lend a hand. Each playable superhero and supervillain has 3 unique versions. When one is knocked down by an opposing team, you replace it with the next one, which has boosted abilities and is more difficult to defeat. This is a standalone game, but it can be combined with other DC deck building games in order to make it like more interesting. What are your thoughts?
What would you do?
So in it, you pick either to be a superhero or a supervillain. Seems like you need 4 people to play, which is not as interesting.
Who is this?
I have no idea. It looks like just a Neko.
Oh, sorry.
Kirby says he spent a lot on trading card games. Josiah said he spent $100 last month. He said I should get it, the deck building game. I don't know. We don't have a regular group of 4 people who are all into superheroes where I think it would be a worthy investment at the moment. Kirby said, I'm wanting to get the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragons of Legends deck. I mean, technically, Dozer, we could play it where if we didn't have 4 people, you could play as your whole team. So you would just follow the instructions for like you and your teammate. I'm still not sure if it's fully worth it. I'll put it down for now. I think the original DC deck building game isn't like that. I think it's like made where you can just play with 2 people like normally. But I guess I gotta see. They have a Teen Titans version. Kirby said, I'm wanting to get the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragons of Legends deck. Oh, cool. Then Josiah said, I played it played my one friend. So he's played it with one friend before.
The Hobbit deck building game.
Let's see. You've played with the old guard. Now it's time for the next generation of superheroes to step up. Play as Raven, Beast Boy, Wonder Girl, Red Robin, and more. The Teen Titans are all about proving themselves, and with the ruthless enemies they must face, they'll need to. Now you can save your best cards for when you really need them, and when ready, unleash everything you've got. The results are spectacular. So this is a standalone game. You can play it with only 2 people, which is really good. So this one's just way better. Yo, Dozer. They have one that you can play with just 2 people, and it's like Teen Titans based, so it has the Teen Titans characters and their villains. And this one is more expensive. It's $40. That still seems a little bit cooler than the other one, because at least we can play it together without having to change the rules in any way. Let's see, they have Mage Wars, which looks like a game. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. And it's an expansion set, so if I don't have the original game, I definitely wouldn't be playing that. Let's see, this game is 2 to 5 players. Arkham Horror is a HP Lovecraft thing. It's not like DC.
No. It's based in Arkham, Massachusetts.
So let's see. Is this one a straight up expansion, or is this a standalone game? Compatible with the other games. Blah 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 blah. This one doesn't have the little note that says it's a standalone game. But it's still like $29. So it's just, if this is just an expansion, that's kinda lame. I don't know. That's weird. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. So here are a few more games that they have here in the store. Smash Up's pretty good. I've played Smash Up before. Rather than a deck building game, it's a shuffle building game. So it's like half decks that are pre-made, and then you shuffle them together to make interesting and cool decks. This would actually be something I wouldn't mind playing with Dozer and Serena. This one's 35. I could see us playing Smash Up together. The way it works is that they have a bunch of half decks, and you pick the 2 half decks you want to play, and you shuffle them together. So they could have like a dinosaur deck and like a cute kitty deck, and you could be like, I want to play dinosaur cute kitties, and you just shuffle them together, and then you play that. So you can get a lot of interesting combinations. Like, out of what's on the cover of this box, what like 2 things would you be interested in playing?
Ninjas.
Ninjas?
Aliens.
So yeah, you could play a ninja alien deck if you wanted. And each thing doesn't just have like cool pictures, but they have like a different play style. So aliens will play different from ninjas, but they're made just loose enough to where you can have any combination and it's still like a playable deck. Yeah. But Smash Up's pretty cool.
What's this?
So that I think is Smash Up, but it has even more like cards. So you know how this one has like so many half decks? This will have even more half decks than that one, I think.
Okay, so you make a full deck out of 2 different types of cards.
Yeah, out of 2 different half decks. And the half decks are like pre-made. Yeah. And you can have like different exciting adventures each time and figure out which ones you like playing more. It looks like this one adds like Cthulhu to it and other things. How much is the big geeky box if the other one was 35?
This is cheaper.
How is that cheaper? Is it an expansion pack? Because that would make sense. Oh, wait a minute. Flip it back over. I think it was just describing it. Like it's like one of the first sentences. Smash Up has grown up. After many expansions, we heard the cries of the masses who sought a better way of holding Smash Up cards. We've answered it with a big geeky box. Not only are we giving you a box that will hold all of your current cards, it will hold many expansions to come. Wait, I'm sorry. Is this just a box to hold cards? Are there no cards in this? What? I don't get it. We can also Google it and figure out what's in it.
I might be interested in that.
Yeah, Smash Up is actually really fun.
It doesn't look like something that's too complicated to where it would take me.
It's
like,
not
right there.
complicated at all. Smash Up? Yeah, because I mean, it's a really simple game.
Yeah,
You just straight up go, what 2 things do you want to play as? I'll shuffle them together.
There's gnomes.
You could do gnome ninjas, gnome robots. I probably would do
I don't
gnome
know if
pirates
it is.
personally.
That looks like just like a mutant or something.
Mutants would be cool. I could see people playing mutant wizards.
There's like mutants, aliens, wizards. I don't know what that is. That looks like a zombie, maybe?
I think he's supposed to be like a...
It's Abraham Lincoln.
Maybe, I don't know, because we already have wizards over here, but he has like a little spellbook looking thing.
Oh, what's this?
Looks like a zombie though.
Maybe it's like necromancers or their own like entire style.
Robots, dinosaurs, but like enhanced dinosaurs
Yeah.
mechanically.
I think we would really like
What
that.
that is first. I want to know what that is.
True, because if it is just this but better and it's $20, that'd be worth
Yeah,
it.
like why does it even exist?
Let's see, they have Ghostbusters 2, the board game, and another Ghostbusters thing that's like an expansion pack. Then they have existing games, but they're like, ooh, this is themed after this. And they have Zoo Ball. Never heard of that. That sounds cool. Descent. Artifice. Risk, but it's Marvel Civil War. Still my favorite Marvel movie.
Really fun, but you have to have, so, this game. I
Spyfall?
played it at
Oh, no.
ChargerCon. Not the last ChargerCon, but what? You didn't
I
look at
personally never get into that. Like, whenever I see people play it, it seems like too much has happened.
it. I like it. It's fun when you have a lot of people.
Kirby said, oh my goodness, Uno. That's right. They got the father of all games right here. They got the #1 game. They got Uno.
Uno trading card game.
Imagine if they did. What would it be? What would make the cards worth trading?
Like
Oh.
foil.
This is
Foil.
like a legit-
Foil. I got a foil wild card.
Oh, okay. This is just. I was about to say, this is actually just life, but it's like
Redneck.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's just the game of life, but redneck.
Kirby said Uno is the breaker of friendships. People always say Munchkin is the breaker of friendships. I don't know what Dojo Run is. I just like the art.
Dojo Kun.
Boards of Vegas.
Let's see. The Martial... so shiny. The martial world holds many competitions steeped in tradition and honor, but none so mysterious or prestigious
I would like a Walking Dead board game or card
as the
game.
Dojo Kun.
That would be cool.
Few dojos are selected to compete and hold the sacred rules of the training hall.
That would be like.
Blah 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 blah. It's taken me too long to read what it's about. Nope. Okay. I wanted to sell me on it faster. Kirby said I have Uno Attack. Oh, that's cool. Oh, by the way, these King of games, King of Tokyo is super fun, where you all play as like a giant monster. I don't know about King of New York though. That might be an expansion, or it could be its own game. I don't know.
This looks expensive.
It does look expensive. That's a big box.
How much is it?
What is it?
Yeah, that's a good question. Don't you have the price? Just take it.
That's not how that works. That's not.
It's free. Like, why don't you?
Yeah, it doesn't have a price. It's free.
Now I'm just quickly scanning through a few things. I got D&D, Pathfinder, basic stuff, Splendor. I want to get to the cooler stuff. Oh, do they have Ultimate Munchkin? Basic Munchkin I don't like as much. But there's a version that, like, is dumbed down but quick but fun.
This kind of looks like Risk, but space.
Space Risk?
I want me a complicated board game.
Card sleeves, miss me with your complicated board game. Let's see, miniatures. I saw an Anatomy Park Rick and Morty board game over there. They got some Star Wars X-Wing stuff. You already know what it is. Got World of Warcraft figurines. Triple Yahtzee. Raffle. I have no idea what Raffle is. It looks so casual. They got Netrunner. What is Raffle? A party game of mixed communication. They have comics. I heard they've gone full comics now. They're like, we used to maybe just have some comics, but now we're like straight up a comic store.
We don't have that many comics for the comics.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough for them
They
to
just
be
have, like,
truly
this
full
wall.
comics.
That's it.
This wall, is it?
Yes.
Wow.
They've just got this, and then we've got a couple of boxes.
I mean, they do have a lot of boxes. Kirby said Raffle, rolling on floor laughing. Oh, thank you. Pardon me, sorry about that. They had a Superman Celebration book, Earth 1, the first Justice League volume of the New 52, Avengers Prime, Spawn book, Green Lantern Volume 1, Sinestro, Deadpool, Hush. Oh, I read this. This Iron Man series right now is pretty good. I've been keeping up with that. They have a new Avengers #1, and I haven't found it online yet. Kirby said Spawn, he got hype. There's the Old Lady Harley parody. I didn't know it was out yet. I just knew it was coming out. Here's Action Comics issue number 1000. Let's see. I already read the Justice League finale, and I already read the end of Justice League of America. I also already read that recent Batman Beyond. That was pretty good. This like area of the room, it's not that it's too dark, but my camera keeps losing focus as the light changes. It's weird to describe. Yeah, it's like I'll angle the camera up and it'll be like, it's too dark now. I don't think I'm looking close enough, but there's like a new Avengers #1, and I've yet to see it. So I'd be interested in seeing when that drops. Okay, let's see. And they have more stuff over here. So they have an organized setup for like Hero Clix figurines. So that's pretty cool. And all Hero Clix figurines are 25 cents. How many Hero Clix figurines do you need to play the game? Oh, hey, they have more comics over here, Dozer. They have a 50-cent comics area. Let's see. They have a lot of Hero Clix. Then we got some player handbooks, some game guides, dice. They have card boxes. Here's some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Dice. I'm surprised I haven't seen more dice. It's like the namesake. Then we have these little display cases full of miniatures, as well as bigger miniatures. These look pretty cool.
Hero Clix, pre-painted miniature game.
Ooh, good to see you. I dig that Giant Man one.
They missed a lot of cool ones. They did a pre-release last night. They had all the new ones that haven't come out yet. And they were all really cool looking.
Sweet. Here's some Pokemon cards. Then we got some Magic the Gathering cards. And I think we've kind of explored everywhere. There's the little beer menu. I didn't see that before. Let's see. And yeah, I think we've covered pretty much the whole store. There's a little like section of tables where you can play card games, and they have like a TV. But I think we've covered it for the most part. I can possibly get like an interview in with like the guy who's over the cafe. Do you think an interview would be cool with like the owner? Dozer just shrugs. Yeah.
Well, I mean, once a month would be better for us. I mean, it's very.
There we go. And it froze a little bit. Oh, pardon me.
Yeah.
I'm doing like a live stream where it's like, hey, here's like a tour of Lucky Dice. This is my first time. And I was wondering, is there anything that you feel like they should know about Lucky Dice that you may not see just by like taking a first look?
That would be your gentleman to ask. He knows everything that's going on. Comic Book Day, all the events and everything coming up.
Okay, would you be interested in possibly like talking?
Sure, if you'll let us finish doing this and give me like 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
You do this, and then I'll be more glad to.
Yeah, no problem.
If you can pause it. Or whatever you're doing. I know you said live stream.
True. Yeah, I may do it as a separate video.
Okay.
Yeah,
if you're free.
give us just 20 minutes, man. We want to move this back.
We're setting up for the free comic book day because we got a big space simulator game coming in.
Oh, interesting.
Did a guy from out on base in NASA, so we gotta have room so everybody can come in and play that.
Sweet.
Okay.
Somebody's coming to
We
buy you
just
out,
like-
Howard.
I don't know what that is. Oh, that's that. Okay. I'll just tell you. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. The cafe normally, this is a special weekend, but the cafe normally what separates us from everybody else is we got food and beer. Okay. Food, beer, games equals fun. So that's what we're about. We got free Wi-Fi. We got games if you point at the back shelf. Those games are free play. So you come in, you grab them off the shelf, you eat your sandwich, you have beer, bring your family in, whatever you want to do. We're open until 11 o'clock at night, every day of the week, except on Sunday, 6. So that's a little bit different. People are not using it. It's a good mix. Like I said, free Wi-Fi. We also can live stream. We can live stream to our TVs. We can live stream on the internet. We have a channel, we can load stuff up. We have events going on here all the time, tournaments that people play in. We've got all of our inventory out there. Right now we're pushing comic books really hard, so we just revamped that. We've got comic books out. We're also doing comic book full boxes, so you can pick your comic books out and set them aside for you every month. You just come by and pick them up. We're also doing full boxes online. We're shipping them all over the world. So that's a little bit different. Nobody's doing that. We have different kinds of groups that meet here. Monday and Fridays, we have ladies that come in here and play Mahjong all day.
Yeah, I noticed that was a really interesting addition. Like my mom plays Mahjong, but doesn't know about like all these other things.
We also got a bridge group that comes in. Tracy, what's the name of the? We just had another game group come in yesterday. Hand and Foot. I'm not familiar with that one, but they came in, they played. From that, we have a dominoes group. that comes in and play. We have a board night game that comes in and plays on Saturday night. We have a Scrabble group that comes in on the weekend. We have all those groups, and we have guys that come on Saturday mornings. They go over to the room over here. We call that the war room because usually there's miniatures that are out there where people play. We have a lot of retired Army guys that come in, and they sit there and they recreate battles in World War II, and they play. That's our shelf over here. That center aisle has got what we call bolt action. Yep. Yeah, that's our big game there. On that side, there's usually Magic. We have Hero Clix tournaments over there. Hero Clix is probably one of our biggest games that we have here. We ship I get Hero Clix all over the world. I'm actually the world champion in Hero Clix. That's my game. So we do that all the time. We just had a pre-release last night. We were here at 2 o'clock in the morning playing. Gundam is a whole other animal. That's not even a game. That's model building. They come in here on Monday nights and they take stuff off the shelf. They just build models, and they have a meet once a month, and we give away free stuff, and they paint, do everything. Like this weekend, like I said, it's Free Comic Book Day. We're working on setting that up right now. This gentleman that just walked in, he's a NASA engineer. He works on rockets on the Space Center. He's the real deal, and they have created a space simulator, spaceship, and he's about to put it. That's the reason we're moving all these tables back. It'll be in the front of the room, and you can come in this weekend and you can play. Teams of 3, compete, win prizes. It's the first time ever. This is the launch of it. Okay. So we got that going on this weekend. Cook's Pest Control is a co-sponsor. They hired Nathan Massengill. If you go in that other room and you look on these shelves over there, all that artwork is his. He was a Deadpool and Wonder Woman artist. He will be here this weekend signing. They're releasing their first issue featuring Cookie from Cook's Pest Control. #1 issue. He'll be here signing, giving that stuff out. We have 800 issues of comic books that we're giving out for free for people coming back by. We have a 20% off sale of everything in the store. We got a guy that's going to be running around on a unicycle juggling. We got cosplay. Cooks is going to be here under the tent. They're giving away all kinds of stuff. One of the things that they're giving away, probably the big prize in the weekend, is they're giving away a Thor's hammer, and it's made by Shield's Laboratory. It's almost a $300 value. It's a complete replica. Weighs 8 pounds. What's the we got the podcast people here too. What's the name of that? Rocket Punch will be here. They're demoing some games, video games. They'll be set up over here. I think that's about it. I think that's enough. I mentioned that.
Oh yeah, I appreciate the time.
No problem. Thank you.
Well, thank you all for watching. If you have any questions, make sure to post them in the comment section below. If you like this video, make sure to like this video, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding, ring that bell so you know whenever you do these live streams. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jep Life One Only. Log out. Peace.